guys!
Hi there!
In this video, we'd like to talk to you about how to save money as a newcomer in Canada and the role that budgeting plays in it. We will share 7 simple tips with you on what you can do when you arrive to Canada. And actually, no matter where you are, Canada, US, or anywhere else in the world, these are the 7 things that you can start doing as soon as you can in order to start building a prosperous and stable future.
But why should I be saving money, you might think?
Well, there's actually 2 types of saving money that we're going to talk about in this video. One, there's saving money, as in spending less money than you would have otherwise, just because you're being smart about your choices, your decisions, and your resources. And another type is saving money, as in putting money aside for the future in order to build a safety cushion, or retire early, or just build your financial wealth.
So first, let's talk about general philosophy about your money spending, followed by the ways how you can spend less. And once you start spending less, you can use that leftover money to use it for saving. First and foremost, if you're not doing that already, start budgeting. Budgeting is generally a plan of how you want to spend your money for the month ahead. The simplest exercise we recommend you do is look at what you've spent in the last week, or if you can, in the last month, and try to recollect every single thing you've spent money on. When I had done this exercise and looked at my credit card statement, I was shocked by the amount of unnecessary random things that showed up there, like random things I bought from Amazon, or countless candies, and so much more. Going back in time, rebuilding a list of the things you've spent your money on is a powerful exercise to help you reflect on your spending habits. Next, we recommend you start building your own plan. There are multiple methods how you can do that, but for starters, we recommend you to try 50-30-20 rule. This rule was popularized by the US bankruptcy expert Elizabeth Warren. This rule says that about 50% of your money spent should go on your needs, the things that you have to pay for no matter what: housing, groceries, utilities, or transportation. Your 30% should go on your wants, the nice-to-haves, the things you'd want to spoil yourself with every now and then, like nice shoes, dinners out, or hockey tickets. And the remaining 20% should go into savings and debt repayment, the foundation for your safe and stable future, meaning down payment for a house, college savings, retirement funds, and so on. With this model, you're making sure you're distributing your expenses across 3 main aspects of your life. The biggest chunk of your money goes into your basic needs, because according to the pyramid of Maslow, it's important to have that solid foundation, otherwise it's impossible to think about anything else that goes on top. And then you have 30% to your nice-to-haves and 20% for not-so-fun things. Depending on your goals, you might want to tweak this a little bit. Maybe you want to save more or less. It all depends on your personal goals and your situation. But for the purpose of this video, let's assume you're aiming for that 20% of your monthly savings rate. And how can you do that?
First, you can start by spending less money. And your biggest expense is most likely your rent. So here's what you can do. You can always start by renting your home away from downtown. Don't rent in the middle of the hustle and bustle. The prices downtown will always be very high. I know you might be used to big cities, but when in Canada, your main priority is to establish a good, comfortable base, and that means moving a little out of the city. Taking a 20 to 40 minute commute is not that big of a deal, if it means saving an extra $500 or even $1,000 in some cases. Rent prices can change significantly as you move further away from the city. Another way to save on your rent is to find roommates. Finding roommates is always the best and the easiest way for you to cut your rent spendings in half. And it's a really great option if you're single or if you're a student. And even if you're a young couple, it might be worth looking into renting a house with another couple of friends. A house would have enough space for everyone without you guys invading each other's privacy. Cohabitating or co-housing has actually been on the rise lately in some parts of the world, and it helps you not just save money, but also provide some sense of support and community, because you have another person or couple to get help from, chat with, or simply vent about your day to. And the next biggest expense for you most likely is your food. So the first thing we would suggest you do is go to cheaper grocery stores. In Canada, there are many large, medium and small grocery chains. Some are considered high cost or more luxurious, while others are much more accessible. If you want to save money on food, we recommend to check out local grocery stores that are smaller. If we're talking about grocery chains, Food Basics or No Frills are usually very good affordable options. The only thing to note about the cheaper grocery stores is that the product selection might be a little bit smaller than in the larger grocery chains. And your fruits and vegetables wouldn't look as colorful, fresh and vibrant as they would in much more expensive grocery stores. But that's not too big of a deal, I find, as long as the food is fresh. Another life hack we'll share with you is that Asian grocery stores typically have amazing prices and good food selection. Another simple advice is to avoid eating out, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Oftentimes it might be very tempting for you to skip on cooking a meal and order a takeout, and sometimes it might even seem cheaper, but in the end of the day you end up saving so much more money if you cook at home, and if you cook at home, it's oftentimes a lot healthier than any kind of takeout food. The next group of big expenses is your utilities. Things like internet, cell phone, and electricity bills. Those three are typically your top spenders in the utility sector. We recommend you always shop around deals for internet and cell phone. They're not super easy to find, but if you go out of the big four telcos and look at smaller providers, you might find a deal that works well for you. And if you bundle services together, like TV and cell phone and internet, you will always get a good deal too. And as for electricity, water, heating, and other basic utilities, there's unfortunately not much way to save. The only thing that we can recommend you here is to be mindful of when you're using your big energy spenders like your dishwasher, washing machine, and dryer. And we recommend you do that either later at night or during weekends because the electricity rates are typically lower during those times. Now that we've talked about your must-haves, let's move on to your nice-to-haves. And the rules of the game here are simple. What is it that you're spending your money on that's really adding value and bringing you happiness? When I did my personal wants cleaning, the first thing I did is close streaming, storage, and other subscriptions I didn't really need. I also teamed up with Anna on some of them, like Spotify Music or Amazon Prime. And other nice-to-haves that I previously adjusted in my own life are things like buying one less drink when I go out to a bar with friends, or unsubscribing from constant sales emails that prompt you to buy useless stuff that you don't need, but hey, it's on sale. No, don't give in to that. Unsubscribe from all those emails. And the last tip I'd like to share with you guys is to start doing spring cleaning. Each time Anna and I do that, we find so much stuff that we're ready to sell or donate. And why am I talking about this? Well, when you're doing your spring cleaning, it's just another reminder for you to see how much stuff you actually have versus how much stuff you actually need and use. So it's an excellent reminder to stop buying stuff that you actually don't need.
Now let's move on to saving money. And the first thing you need to do when you're saving money is open a savings account. There are different types of savings accounts, and we recommend you open several of them. But I'm talking about high interest savings account, TFSA, and RRSP. The first thing you should start with is high interest savings account. When you put money into this account, the bank pays you interest on simply keeping your money in the bank for a long time. When looking for such an account, we recommend to avoid the big banks. They have very low interest rate on your savings, which will make your savings grow way slower than inflation. We've done some research and we would like to recommend you Neo Savings account. Neo Savings does everything an everyday bank account does, but it earns one of the highest interest rates on your savings in Canada, which is 1.3%. That's 130 times more than any traditional bank can offer. There is no minimum balances or monthly fees. Simply pay bills, make e-transfers, deposits and withdrawals, all from one convenient place. It will get you one step closer to reaching your savings goals and building your wealth in Canada. If you like the sound of it, head down to the description box below and use our affiliate link to sign up. So once you have your high interest savings account set up, next we highly recommend you to set up your TFSA, tax-free savings account, and RRSP, registered retirement savings plan. Both of them will come in handy when you start saving more money or when you decide to invest into stock market. These accounts will allow you to save on tax. For instance, depositing a portion of your income into RRSP account will allow you to reduce your taxable income by the amount you deposit on your RRSP in the given year. If you want to learn more about RRSP and TFSA, just let us know in the comments below and we will break down this topic for you. We recommend you set up recurrent automatic deposits from your bank account to your savings account, because it makes it so much easier. And there are different types of auto deposits like this. For instance, you can set up a weekly deposit or a monthly deposit, or you can opt into a roundup service that some financial products offer. Such service connects your credit card and tracks the amounts you spend from each purchase, rounds it up to the full dollar, and automatically moves the rounded up amount into your savings account. It doesn't seem like a lot, but believe me, cent by cent, dollar by dollar, it all adds up to a nice sum being added to your savings by the end of the year.
We hope this video was helpful for you guys. And if it was, please gently tap that like button, it really helps out our channel. And subscribe to our new updates not to miss any new videos.
And if you have any tips or recommendations on how to save or invest your money, please share them in the comments section below, or you can also join our Facebook group and share your knowledge and experience with our community.
And also make sure to check out the description box below for some useful links.
See you in the next one. Bye friends!
Take care!